Canadians are fed up, says Alberta lawyer, leading delegation to Washington for statehood talks. Jeffrey Rath, a Canadian lawyer, tells Fox and Friends leaders like Prime Minister Trudeau have lost their way. A Canadian lawyer is leading efforts to explore the possibility of Alberta joining the U.S. as President Donald Trump continues to push for closer ties with Canada's energy-rich province. There's literally hundreds of Albertans that are reaching out and volunteering to join our delegation, Jeffrey Rath said Thursday on Fox and Friends. Rath and a small group of Albertans are planning to travel to Washington, D.C. to discuss potential pathways for Alberta, including independence with economic ties to the U.S., territorial status, or full statehood. He believes the movement will gain traction as dissatisfaction with Canada's federal leadership grows. It's a steering committee of people that are looking to come to Washington on an exploratory basis and meet with a representative appointed by President Trump, Rath explained, to explore the benefits of either Alberta becoming an independent sovereign nation with economic union to the United States, becoming a U.S. territory, or pursuing full statehood. Rath argues that Alberta, home to 4.9 million people and a major hub for oil manufacturing and construction, has little in common with Canada's political elite. They've completely lost their way, he said, criticizing Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's administration. Trudeau and former Bank of Canada Governor Mark Carney, are all wringing their hands over tariffs. They're going to be kicking Albertans in the teeth and bringing in a 21% carbon tax increase in April. Rath claims that Albertans feel alienated from Ottawa's policies and share more cultural and economic ties with Montana than with the rest of Canada. People in Alberta are fed up with being governed by idiotic politicians back in Ontario that do not understand our province and do not understand that culturally we're far more closely affiliated with our friends to the south in Montana than we are with all of the people in Ottawa, he said. Canadian leaders have rejected the notion of Alberta leaving the country. Trudeau reaffirmed Canada's sovereignty, telling reporters there is not a snowball's chance in hell that Canada will ever be the 51st state. Rath, however, believes Alberta should have the right to choose its own future. He and other local leaders are drafting a proposal to present to Trump's administration, urging the U.S. to support Alberta's push for self-determination. Please support Alberta self-determination. Promise that to Alberta in the same way. You promised it to Greenland. We'll be an excellent partner to the United States and we'll all prosper, Rath said.